Welcome back to the class. Good evening. So, in the previous class, we have studied about heredity. It means how the characters are transmitted from parent generation to the progeny. And who was called father of genetics? John Gregor Mendel. He was called father of genetics because he was the first person to study and prove that the characters are transmitted from one parent to next generation in a scientific method. In a methodical way, he explained. And so his work was not recognized during his lifetime, but later on, after his death, so his work was recognized and which was proved to be correct. And Mendel did experiments with pea plant, Pisum sativum. Why he did experiments with the pea plants means that is pea plants are annual plants and the flowers are bisexual, and that is why artificial pollination is easy in the pea plants. And next thing is they exhibit distinct characteristic features, and they also exhibit hybridization is seen in the pea plants. That is why he selected pea plants, and he selected 7 distinct characters in the pea plant. What are they? The color of the flower, the position of the flower, the color of the seed, the shape of the seed, the color of the pod, the shape of the pod, and the length of the stem. So in this way, he selected 7 characters and he did experiments. And first, let us see how he has done the experiments. So first thing, he selected one character, that is the color of the seed. And next, so what happened? He selected pure varieties and he crossed. And in the first generation, only yellow color seeds obtained. That means one plant produced yellow color seeds and another plant produced only green color seeds. And in the first generation, F1 generation, first filial generation, only yellow color seeds were obtained. But he crossed between the same plants, that means which were obtained in the F1 generation. In the F2 generation, he obtained the green color which was not seen in the first generation. So he did the same thing, same experiments with the different characters, selecting different characters, and he obtained the same result. So after getting the same result, he came to the conclusion and he proposed 3 laws: law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. So what are they? That means in F1 generation, only one character was seen, and he proved that each trait is under the control of 2 factors. So we have to remember that it was done in 19th century. By that time, nobody was known about meiosis, mitosis, cell division, genes, chromosomes, etc. And that is why he guessed all these things. So he said that one trait is under the control of 2 different factors. So when one trait is under the control of same factors, he called them as homozygous. And when one character is under the control of 2 different factors, he called it as heterozygous. And in the F1 generation, he got only yellow color seeds. That means yellow capital Y represents yellow, small y represents green. That means here, when it is in heterozygous condition, the yellow color dominates over the green color. That means it is dominating and yellow is being suppressed. Suppressed means that he called as recessive. So when the trait is under the control of 2 different factors, he called it as heterozygous condition. So in the heterozygous condition, one factor will dominate over the other factor, and in homozygous condition, both the factors are same. So in the F1 generation, he got all the same, and in F2 generation, he got physically, that means 3 parts dominant character and one part recessive character. But if genetic type is observed, that is genotype, it is 1:2:1. One is homozygous dominant, that is Y, and 2 parts are heterozygous, capital Y, small y. That means here this capital Y, that means yellow is dominating over the green color, and this one is a small y, that means recessive character appeared in the F2 generation. So that was his conclusion, and he proposed these 3 laws: law of domination, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. That means during the formation of gametes, they will segregate. And in the same way, they independent assortment. That means they will assort independently. The characters do not mix up with each other. The factors do not mix up with each other. So that was so these were the laws proposed by Mendel, which were accepted and proved to be correct later. And here now we will see that was called, taking one character into consideration is called as a monohybrid. Monohybrid means mono means a single, one character. Monohybrid ratio. And the next thing, dihybrid ratio. Two characters were taken into consideration. So here you can see round and yellow, wrinkled and green. So round and yellow are dominant characters, wrinkled and green are recessive characters. That is why in the F1 generation, all the seeds were produced were round and yellow. And he has taken the same parents which were obtained in F1 generation and he crossed. And then in the F2 generation, he got, so if you make a checkerboard, which is called as a checkerboard, we see that 9 parts are round and yellow, and 3 parts are wrinkled and yellow, and again 3 parts are round and green, and only 1 part is green and wrinkled. That means only 1 part out of 16, only 1 part is obtained with recessive characters. So this was called dihybrid ratio, 9:3:3:1. So this was all these things were done by Mendel. That means random combination of various factors resulted in this ratio, which is 9:3:3:1. So that was the observations made by Mendel, which were proved to be correct. Okay. So hope we have understood, and now we shall move on to the next topic in this chapter, sex determination in man. So how the sex of the baby is determined, that we shall see. So first of all the genetic material is present in chromosomes. The number of chromosomes is constant in any living organism. In human beings, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. That is a diploid condition. So 23 pairs of chromosomes are present in human beings, whether it is male or female. 22 pairs are called autosomes. 22 pairs are called autosomes. They are same, common in both male and female. What makes the difference between male and female is 23rd pair of chromosome. So this 23rd pair of chromosomes are called allosome or sex chromosome. So 22 pairs are called autosomes, and 23rd pair is called allosome or sex chromosome. And this 23rd pair in male is denoted as XY, and in females it is denoted as XX. So the diploid condition. Okay, 22 pairs plus this is a 23rd pair. Okay, 22 pairs and XY, 23rd pair. Here in females 22 pairs and this is a 23rd pair. So during the time of fertilization, what happens? Reduction division or meiosis will take place, and diploid cells will undergo meiosis and form haploid gametes, sperms and ova. So that is, sperms will contain, so it will 22X and again 22Y, and in females 22X and again 22X. So if the sperm containing 22 chromosomes with X chromosome, if it combines with female ova, it results in that is 44 plus XX, that is girl, female child. Suppose if this sperm that is with the 22 chromosomes and Y chromosome, it fuses with the female gamete, then it will result in 44 plus XY, that is boy, male child. So that is how here you can see. So there are chances for the formation of 1:1 male and female child. You can see here two parts girl child formation, chance of formation, and here 2 parts for the formation of a male child. So that is how sex is determined. So that is why here what determines the sex of the baby means the male chromosomes, that is allosome or sex chromosome present in male will determine the sex of the baby. That means in allosomes, X chromosome of male combines with X chromosome of female, it will result in girl, male child. If Y chromosome of this gamete fuses with the female gamete, it will result in boy. So that is how the sex of the baby in the human beings is determined. Okay. So this is very easy, and you can see this is how you can write in the even in the examinations also. You can explain in this way. That is a complete explanation of sex determination in man. Hope you have understood, and if you have any doubts, please let me know. Was it okay? And we shall continue with the next chapter, that is environment, in the next class. Okay. Thank you.